everyone. So today I'm going to do a quick apartment fish room tour. So first up we have this tank right here, which is the tank I'm using for a contest right now for my local aquarium Facebook group. Basically I am growing some AR cardinalis immersed, and I have some stargrass which is kind of dying. I'm not sure if I'm going to flood the tank yet or not, but it just has this little sponge filter, and I was thinking about putting some baby caridina shrimp in there, but we'll see. So it's running a 5-watt Dinnerel LED that I got from my scapers tank, but it fit onto the edge there, and it's been growing those plants pretty well. Alright, so moving on, we have the mixed caridina shrimp tank. Let's see if we can find some shrimp. So we have a red bolt down here. Sorry if the color kind of gets wonky. I'm not really sure. It's probably all the green moss. But we have some just regular CRS Michelin. We have a pure red line over here. I'm not sure if that's a CBS or just a CBS Michelin. I also have some shadow pandas and panda shrimp and blue bolts, but I do not see them right now, so yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a blue bolt. Again, kind of hard to see the color. Anyways, I have a couple different species of buse. I'll be posting a video about those. I also have a whole bunch of different kinds of mosses. So I have some mini Christmas moss, and then up here is peacock moss. I'm not sure what kind of moss that is. Back there we have some mini palea. We have a black angel buse over here on a moss ledge, some S. repens, and some flame moss. Also in this tank I have a ton of Amazon frogbit, and so with the Amazon frogbit, it basically just absorbs all of the waste from the shrimps, if there is any, which I mean there is some, but it's not a whole lot. And then I just come through and snip all of the roots off, and they just keep multiplying and growing, and roots grow, and then I cut them, and then it just grows again. Anyways, I'm using these little meshes with these are like binder clips or something like that, and that's just to maintain the Amazon frogbit. On this tank I also have a Fluval Aqua Clear 20 and a sponge filter over here. I'm also running a pre-filter sponge on that hang-on back filter. Oh, one last moss I forgot to mention is that moss in the back, which is I believe it's weeping moss, or like mini weeping moss. I'm not entirely sure, I kind of forgot, but it's growing nice and slow. So yeah, it has a very cheap light bulb on it. It's a CFL 23-watt daylight white bulb that I picked up from Home Depot. So moving on, we have the IKEA storage rack, and so these are my two 10-gallon project tanks. They have two sponge filters, one on each end, and then I also have a power head which has a variable flow on it, and this is just to make sure, well, I got it so that it'll prevent algae, but during the cycling process the tanks got covered in algae, and it's been about I don't know, the algae's been in the tanks for about maybe 2 weeks now, and I've just kind of slowly forgotten about it. But all the plants are showing signs of new growth. That one right there especially has new growth, and then this one, which is Ludwigia arcuata, I probably butchered that name, that one that's kind of right back in there, that has some new growth as well. And all of these dwarf sage back here, and then I have some narrowleaf java fern. Also on both of these 10-gallon tanks, they're drilled in the back, so they just overflow, and they come down each of these hoses right here and into this 5-gallon bucket, and that is how I do water changes. I just use a external water pump and pump the water up, and it overflows basically. So in this tank I have some blue Moscow guppies. I have 1 male and 3 females. Really hard to see his color right now, but they are gorgeous. I will post a picture of it right now. Alright, so I also have some blue Moscow guppy fry. These guys I just brought from my 20-gallon tank that I have in Houston. I was trying to recreate another colony of them and and raise some more fry and try and breed for a specific trait. So these are the project tanks, and this one has black diamond blasting sand with root tabs that I got from H2O Plants, and this one is SL Aqua Nature Soil. This one has a little bit different plants in it. It's got a AR cardinalis, which is growing out of the tank, and unfortunately it looks like my guppy had a snack and ate some of those leaves. But it's got some Rotala indica, which is just going nuts and basically just shot across sideways on the tank. Also have the Amazon frog bit on there, and some more pygmy chain swords. Ooh, that's not pretty. But here we have new growths. This is runners. We have 1, 2, so plants are growing. I'm about to get in and clean off all the walls. So the goal with these 2 tanks is to transform them from a fully cycled, algae-filled tank that's low tech and high light, but these lights are also the CFL bulbs that are 23 watts and daylight white. So basically I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna be algae filled to a planted tank that is low tech, and so what I'm doing, just a sneak peek, let's see if we can find one. Right here I have I'm increasing the number of nerite snails that it's taking to clean up this section. So like that's all cleaned. It did look like this. So they're cleaning up. They're doing a good job, nice and slow. Here's another one. I also have 2 different kinds of algae, so not that it matters or anything, but basically I'm just going to be showing how to transform these tanks and make them algae free. Alright, so also you can see the guppy has been hungry over here. He's been chewing on the algae on the wall as well, so that's really good. So up here on the next shelf up, we have the immerse setup. I tried something new, and as a result I have had a lot of algae on top, but that's my dwarf sage. It's starting to take off, so we'll see how it goes. Here I have my microworm cultures, which is the live food for my guppies. We got a nice dense amount going. This is my almost the end of my first week with these, and they're doing well. So I'm about to start up another tub to keep them going. Lastly, or not lastly, I don't know why I keep saying lastly, but over here we have some pink ram's horn snails. This is as low tech as it gets. No light, no filter, a couple plants, some snails, and some food every once in a while. These guys, I was just trying to grow some out, and we'll see how it goes. Real quickly, I was working on 3D printing a fish feeder, so it would kind of just fit over the edge. Oops, like that. Doesn't really fit right there. Okay, whoops. Okay, so it would fit over the edge, and you would drop your food in, and it would keep it from going all over the place. It's still a work in progress. It holds the tank pretty well, but it's not deep enough. So I'm still working on some little things like that with the 3D printer. And finally, for in this room, I have my scapers tank. This is a 10 gallons tank from Denarel. It is called the scapers tank, and I have a hang-on back filter. The one that came with it, I just didn't like it, so I decided to upgrade it to a hang-on back. Also running a sponge filter in there because I have some blue dreams and some Malawi shrimp. I'm running 2 different floodlights. This one is a 10-watt floodlight, and this one is a 20-watt floodlight. I made a DIY stand out of PVC, and basically it goes down the back of the middle and then has legs on either side. So I have a whole bunch of different new plants in here that I hadn't had growing in the previous tank. I just decided I wanted to try something new, and I decided I wanted to tackle the color red. So I have AR cardinalis, these are the ones that are populating the back here, that big one right there, and then I have some AR mini, which is kind of in a line straight across in the front. I just recently got these pink flamingo crypts going. I do have a video up of me just planting them and preparing them and all that kind of stuff. We have some Ludwigia red back here. Let's see, back over here, some Ludwigia hybrid red. I have some Rotala colorata. I got the Rotala and the Ludwigia from Aquatics. And these stems, when they came in, man, were they looking A+. They were awesome. So still trying to figure out how to maybe get these Rotalas growing upwards. I think it's because I have too high of light on them, so I might need to switch it around a little bit. I have a couple of crypt hobbits left. I sold off most of them just because I changed scapes. Here's a little blue dream swimming our way. So yeah, I picked up some blue dreams for a relatively good price from a hobbyist who was moving. And yeah, I don't know, they're doing good. Let's see what else we have. We have some Rotala Singapore and some Rotala, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, but it's Yayo or something like that. This is my only pressurized CO2 tank, or CO2, yeah, tank that has pressurized CO2. And yeah, I guess I could show you my CO2 setup. So here's my 10-pound tank. I bought it new and found a place that would refill the tank, so that's always a plus. I picked this up. This is a dual stage regulator with a solenoid and a needle valve, and then just a little cheapy fluval bubble counter. And goodness, for a second I thought that was the out tube, and I thought, wow, I am stupid, I put the check valve on. Sorry, that totally freaked me out for a second. Anyways, this is a dual stage regulator that I picked up off of a Facebook group called CO2 Equipment, I believe. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of my setups, any of my tanks that I have here in my apartment, feel free to ask me. Got a couple of just, you know, quick, easy access little hooks for my shrimp net, which I use for guppies and plants and everything. Got some scissors just hanging around. This is my fish keeping backpack because I do travel between Waco and Houston. I do like to throw a couple of things in there if I'm going for a weekend, if I need to bring some water changing supplies or some tweezers. I really like these tweezers. They're the Aqua Vitro. Let's see if that'll focus. Let's try over here. Aqua Vitro. These are the fine tip pincettes. These are really nice. I also have some of the bigger ones. Whoops, sorry. And then these are some small ones that I got in my aquarium box. So yeah, that's really cool. And I think that's it, guys. Got a pleco from my aquarium box. He's just chilling. I have the, oh, sorry about the mess. That's the air pump that is running all of these filters. Got the air control valve over here. I drilled this this power strip into the stand. Let's see what else. I'm supporting both of these tanks with these cut pieces of 2x4 on either side there. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think maybe the one thing I didn't mention is I do have this tank running on an auto top-off filter. So let's see if you can hear the, well, there's a shrimp there, I'm not going to bother him. But when that water level drops, the filter turns on, and then the water fills from here, which is coming from a Tom's Aqualifter. Temporarily, I have this table set up right here, I guess. I'm working on getting some water pumps that aren't submersible to make it a little bit easier to do water changes on the project tanks. So I'm working on that, and I'm going to be expecting some guppies from Guppy Train soon, so I will be dividing this tank right here in half. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good one.